sort of a audition for Isaiah, a weekend audition, safe to say?
Yeah, I think he's earned that back. You know, we had him as a weekend starter initially, and or a fourth starter at least, and in the mix, and got roughed up a little bit early in the season, and has certainly earned his way back in the trust, and that's what you want kids to do. That's the right response. Instead of being a clubhouse lawyer, has earned it on the field, and he certainly has. I think now it's been a while since we've got it done on the third game of the series, and heck, with a little defensive effort, he gets a shutout. You know, through at least whatever length of time he was going to pitch.
Safe to assume he'll be your guy next Sunday.
Yes.
Seen Cisnero run that fast around the bases before?
He's sneaky fast.
Yeah.
Tim is, and when it left his bat, I kind of was a little frustrated. I know he got a good piece of it, and the wind was blowing a little bit. Then the ball was about halfway out there. I thought it might go over the fence.
Yeah.
And then Coach Ullman's instincts are always pretty good as far as sending. That was inside the park home runs, one of the exciting plays in baseball for me.
You think you like what you saw, kind of Casser at short, Matthews first, Travis in there? You expect that to stay through next weekend?
Yes, we really like that. Cass came up short on one of his throws, and he provides great leadership and great instincts out there, and gets good first steps. And I wouldn't call his arm the greatest arm in the world, but it's adequate enough to play on that side. And I kind of like the way it provides us an opportunity with Matthews not being the DH to get some other guys in matchup and different things like that. So Taylor Travis provided a little bit of a spark for us. He wasn't spectacular, but played good defense and had some clutch at bats for us, and a little more dynamic on the bases. And so I like that too. And Dyer, being able to hit, that's a plus. Hopefully we can get him back on the field defensively too, which allows us to do some more things.
Good sweep though, and take this, and you got Portland, but a big weekend coming up too with Arizona.
Yeah, I have. There's a lot of guys in this industry I respect, and none more than Coach Gillespie, and we go way back to our junior college days. And of course, he's a lot older than me, and I learned a lot from him competing against him. And anytime you can sweep his ball club, whether it's here at SC or anywhere he coaches, you feel good. Not to put that kind of pain on him, because I respect the heck out of him, but that means you've played pretty good baseball, because whether the wagons are loaded or not, he usually he's tough to compete against. So it's going to be I know we got Portland first, but Arizona will be obviously it'll be a tough challenge for us.
So that's also 4 straight for you guys now too. What's it going to take for you guys to keep that going against Arizona?
Yeah, probably the Beavers won today. We're probably only about 18 behind their win streak or whatever it is. And they won magically again yesterday. And anyway, we're just looking forward to playing good and beating Portland. Hopefully, I hate to be cliche-ish, but we'll hopefully sharpen up a little bit more on Tuesday, and then like I said, Tucson is always difficult. It's probably 180 degrees opposite of this ballpark. It's really fast and really offensive, and Coach Johnson and his staff have done a great job. So we're back in the fire at ho hum for another Pac-12 conference race next weekend.
How do you prep for that, for like a difference ballpark like that?
Well, if the parking lot out there wasn't so rough, we'd probably take them out there and hit ground balls. I kind of mean that. We've thought about doing that sometimes when we go to Southern California or Arizona, and especially when this was brand new and it was really slow to handle that. We don't emphasize it. We get to practice there, so Coach Ullman and the infielders will address that. And the opposite is effect. You want to be more aggressive the faster the field is, and coming to get hops so the ball doesn't topspin on you and things like that. And I have one of the best in the industry in Coach Ullman coaching the infielder, so my job is to get the outfielders to catch the ball in the air. That sometimes is tough in Arizona with the wind, and ballpark's really big, so there's some challenges to that.
You guys haven't had a whole lot of those big RPI series. I mean, Arizona would be one that could really, maybe one that comes back to matter quite a bit.
Yeah, I think, as we're 21-8 or whatever we are, and possibly we could win on Tuesday maybe, and maybe that's raising some eyebrows and getting votes. I know we're getting votes in the poll I vote in, and but as far as our RPI, nothing against Arizona, and their body of work is tremendous. There's no question the Beavers' RPI should be number one, but the last I looked, Arizona's strength of schedule was number one, and I scratched my head at that deal because they didn't play the who's who of college baseball early.
Yeah.
They've played really tough teams in our conference so far, but I don't know. I don't get where that strength of schedule comes from. That doesn't mean they're not a really good baseball team. They are, but the fact that they were strength of schedule number one just confused me because you look at Stanford and they're, Rice isn't having a great year, but they're playing Fullerton, Texas, Rice. Those are the kind of baseball programs that I think are the who's who of college baseball.
Can help you though.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue against it.
Yeah, I was going to say that could come back to help you in the end.
Absolutely, we'll take it, and I guess whether their RPI was that good or not, it's going to be a challenge, and the fact that if we could be successful, yeah, that could really give us a boost, and not only in the polls but in the RPI, as you know.
Vargas was able to retire the first 5 batters for Oregon. How did your batters adjust and pick up the pitches that they weren't seeing?
Yeah, I thought we were a little more in and out today. I don't think we're as it showed up a little bit on defense. I thought the first steps in the infield were not quite as crisp, and he was sharp. I thought he was sharp. The perfect example is Brashears finally gets a start and hasn't started for a long time, and he was in and out with his changeup, and old Carson goes up there and he throws 3 perfect changeups in a row and strikes him out. And he was threw a little firmer than we thought he would. He got to 89 and touched 90, and we thought he was 86, 88, and he made pitches. I think, whether it's us or anybody else, when good college pitchers make pitches, it's hard to put anything together, and that's what he did early.
Who gets the ball Tuesday? Any idea?
Probably Johnny Allstaff. I don't know if he'll start Stringer or Knoll maybe, and they've started before, and I haven't talked to Coach Dietrich about it, but with the league series, a tough one coming up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll probably split it up and have all of our arms we want to have available on Thursday and Friday available.